I almost died. Member of Parliament for Manchester Central Rhoda Crawford says during a recent near-death experience when her appendix was ruptured, she made a promise to a higher power to increase her efforts to improve the lives of her constituents. A couple Mondays ago, prior to the 5th of February, I was at home and battling the flu, and I thought it was the gas pain, so I was drinking tea and taking all sorts of gas medicine. But the pain just would not leave, she said on Sunday at the Jamaica Labour Party Workers' Appreciation Ceremony at Manchester High School to recognize her devoted supporters. She said the pain was unbearable to the point that she had to be hospitalized, and that was when she realized she went to death's door. The Monday morning, when I couldn't bear the pain anymore and I couldn't even walk straight, I knocked up my neighbor's door and I said to them, "Please take me to the hospital." They took me to Andrews Hospital, she said. I was developing a fever and I was transferred to the University Hospital of the West Indies. They ran several tests, and when they did a scan, they found that my appendix was badly ruptured. I almost died. I was admitted on the Tony Twits wing for a couple days. A lot of people didn't know, and even on my sick bed, I was sending letters. I was looking after my constituents. I was responding to your messages because this is my commitment, and I asked the Lord, I beg Him in prayer. I said, if you raise me up, if you allow me to live, I am getting back into my constituency, and I'm going to fight with all my might to ensure that victory is returned to the people of Manchester Central, Crawford told the Labourites. Earlier during the meeting, Crawford was comforted by people on the platform, including JLP General Secretary Dr. Horace Chang. She later explained that she was emotional due to her experience. When I got out of the hospital, I couldn't stand up, I couldn't walk. Tonight I can jump, she said to loud cheers. Crawford then turned her attention to Mandeville Mayor Donovan Mitchell, who is also People's National Party aspirant for Manchester Central. If you look around, the man that is gearing up to run against me, I want to know if you see this man as council for 20 odd years in a royal flat division and as a mayor of Mandeville, and God bless him though. Then only did I swap me out and take him up? She asked. She said her achievements as MP include roadworks, housing development, education, and continued investment in water infrastructure. Never before had so many constituents in one single term have seen so many roads being built and rehabilitated in our constituency. Never before have we seen so many housing solutions becoming available through the NHD. When we gave our first Concrete Hope Housing Opportunity Production and Employment Program house in Manchester Central, people couldn't believe it because they thought a board would never give them, she stated. Already we have given out 10 social houses. Thousands of constituents have benefited from building grants. Thousands of farmers have benefited from farming grants. Thousands have received entrepreneurial grants, and have already spent 30 million to assist youngsters from early childhood to territory to pay their tuition, books, uniform, and to pay for tablets, because I know where I am coming from, and had it not been for my access to education and training, I couldn't be here, added Crawford. She told her audience that she is extremely confident of retaining the constituency at the parliamentary poll due by September this year. So confident I am that I can declare tonight that if one seat the JLP win, it'll go be Manchester Central. So all who are run up and down and are depend upon certain elements and certain human power, tell them say Rhoda Moore Crawford, apart from her workers and the support from the leadership of the JLP, are one source we are depend upon, and the Almighty God, she stated. Jet News called for government to take urgent action to end recovery fish kills. The Jamaica Environment Trust JET is again calling on the government to take urgent action to put an end to fish kills at the recovery in St. Catherine. The call follows a fish kill at the river on Saturday. There have been several other incidents of fish kills at the recovery in recent years. In a release, JET calls for the government to provide clear and transparent updates on its investigations into fish kill at the river and outline concrete steps to prevent further pollution of this vital waterway. Chief Executive Officer Dr. Teresa also called on the government to enhance monitoring of the recovery by establishing a real-time water quality monitoring system. Judge said this continuous environmental disaster raises serious questions about the effectiveness of pollution prevention measures and accountability for those responsible.
What we're calling on from the government of Jamaica is two main things: to provide clear and transparent updates on its investigation and outline concrete steps to prevent further pollution of this vital waterway. The reason why this is so important is because last year around this time there was a similar pollution incident where NEPA had described it as a minor fish kill, and to date we have not been able to receive a copy of the investigation report that we understood was being done or being undertaken. And secondly, we are calling for enhanced monitoring of the record break by establishing real-time water quality monitoring system that continuously tracks pollution levels and provides early warnings of contamination. The record break continues to suffer from repeated contamination, and the communities that depend on it deserve urgent action and accountability.
Knock it down. The Jamaica Agricultural Society JAS has lost a year-long battle to prevent the demolition of its building at 11 Harbour Street in Port Antonio, but President of the Society's Portland branch, Laura Robertson, refuses to give up. The JAS has sought to have the building declared a heritage site, but according to acting CEO of the Portland Municipal Corporation, Jermaine Robinson, the Jamaica National Heritage Trust, JNHT, has indicated that it has no interest in the structure. The next step now is to reach out to the JAS and advise them of the process we're looking at, which is demolition, as outlined according to the Building Act. I am going to have dialogue with JAS to inform them. The Public Health Department mentioned that the building is a public nuisance and we can also serve the notice, but we are leaning towards the demolition order, Robinson said at the most recent monthly meeting of the municipal corporation. The Judge Robertson, who had been leading the fight to save the building, was absent from last Thursday's meeting where the announcement was made, but on Tuesday insisted that the property belongs to the farmers of Jamaica and should be maintained for posterity. I have tried my best to keep the building, and if the corporation feels that they should destroy the building and award the space to a private investor, so be it, he said when asked for a comment. Robertson said the municipal corporation had not yet notified him or the wider just body of the latest development, even though the society would be expected to pay for the demolition. He is hoping a last-ditch appeal will bear fruit. If the JNHT have no interest, I feel that we can appeal to investors to refurbish the building, but I will have to contact the Heritage Trust to inform if they say that they have no interest because they have said they had no interest in a new position, Robertson told reporters. His efforts to save the building first began clear in April 2024 when, during a meeting, the corporation's then acting CEO Megan Bromwell read correspondence from lawyers representing the JAS and the JHNT requesting a stay of demolition. At that time, the JNHT indicated its support for the JAS to be given time to repair the building. Considering the historic and architectural significance of the building, the JHNT has commenced the process to have the site declared as a national monument. We are therefore requesting that an extension be granted to the JAS to carry out the necessary rehabilitation to ensure that the structure is preserved, the letter said then. In June 2024, Bromwell told another meeting of the municipal corporation that, in its month-long instruction from the building deemed unsafe to be boarded up on, have been ignored. She also noted that there have been no further communication with JNHD after its initial assertion that it was in favor of the structure being declared a heritage site as it just wished. As far as the municipal corporation is concerned, the battle has now ended and the way has been paved for demolition to go ahead. St. Elizabeth car importer charged with fraud. The police in St. Elizabeth have charged a 31-year-old man for allegedly defrauding another of millions in a car buying deal. Demain DaCosta has been charged with fraudulent conversion. Reports from the Black River Police are that DaCosta, who ships motor vehicles to Jamaica, was entrusted with purchasing and shipping a motor vehicle valued at $5.5 million. According to the police, DaCosta received a down payment of $3.4 million via transfer on September 9, 2024. On December 23rd of that year, DaCosta contacted the buyer informing him that the motor vehicle had arrived and requested the remaining balance, the police reported. The buyer then reportedly transferred $2.1 million. However, despite multiple attempts to collect the vehicle, DaCosta failed to deliver it. Efforts to obtain a reimbursement were unsuccessful, leading to the man to file a report with the police. Following investigations, the accosted was subsequently arrested and charged. His court date is yet to be finalized. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.